Solving inequalities. X plus 5 is greater than 12. What we do, we treat this just like there's an equal sign here. Okay? Just like there's an equal sign. So we subtract 5 to both sides. That gives me X is greater than 7. Can I check my answer? Yes. Pick a number greater than 7. 8. 8. Let's go with 8. What's 8 plus 5? Is 13 greater than 12? Yes. So X has to be greater than 7. Okay? Write this down. Y plus 10 is less than 3, so we subtract 10 to both sides. Y is less than negative 7. So I pick a number less than negative 7. Let's go negative 10. Is negative 10 less than negative 7? Yes. So I plug it in. Negative 10 plus 10 is 0. Is 0 less than 3? Yes. So Y has to be less than negative 7. Write this down. 3 is less than or equal to B minus 1 and 1/3. So I add. So I add 1 and 1/3 to both sides. This gives me 4 and 1/3 is less than or equal to B. So it'll ask me to draw this, so I put 4 on a number line. Okay, 4 and 1/3. Now this is a closed circle because it includes 4 and 1/3, so I go about a third of the way. Right there. Okay, now I need to think of a number that's bigger than 4 and 1/3. 5. So I'm going in this direction. Okay. If it's written like this, can I use the arrow? Does the arrow tell me which way to go if it's written like this? No. Where does the variable have to be to follow the arrow? Where's the variable have to be?
Close to it.
Variable has to be in front or on the left, right? Variable's on the left, then we can use the arrow. Write down these rules for multiplying with inequalities. These are rules. This says A is greater than B. And so if I times both sides by C, with C being positive, then AC is going to be bigger than BC, as long as C is positive. But let's look at the other one. A is greater than B, but then I times both sides by C. C happens to be less than 0, so it's negative. What happened to my sign here? It switched. AC is now smaller than BC. So our rule is when we multiply by a negative number, we have to switch signs to make them true. Okay? And let's just prove that to ourselves. So 4 is greater than 3. Right? Everybody agree? Okay, if I times this by 4, if I times both sides by 4, is 16 greater than 12? Yes, it is. Right? Everybody agree? Well, let's do this. Let's go back to our 4 is greater than 3. Everybody agree? What if I times it by negative 1? Okay, if what I do to one side, I have to do the other. So I times both sides by negative 1. This gives me negative 4 is greater than negative 3. Is this true? No, it's not. It is not true. So if I want to keep this true, what do I need to do?
Switch that to...
I need to switch the sign to where this is a less than sign, right? So if I multiply by a negative number, I need to do what? Change the sign. Write down these rules for dividing. Use it with inequalities. So our rules for division with inequalities. We have A is greater than B. We divided both sides by C. C happened to be positive. So we didn't change the sign. A divided by C is bigger than B divided by C. However, in cases where A is greater than B and we're dividing by a negative number, C is negative, we have to change the sign to keep these true. So let's prove this to ourselves. Let's go back to, let's do this. 12, or I wrote that wrong. 12 is greater than 10. Everyone agree? If I divide it by 2, 6 is 6 greater than 5? Yes. So, let's start over. Let's go back to our 12 is greater than 10. Everyone agree? What if I divide by a -2? We get -6 is greater than -5. Is this a true statement? Is -6 greater than -5? No. So what do I have to do to keep this true? I have to change the sign. If I'm dividing by a negative number, I have to change the sign. Okay? Now, is this true?
Yes.
-6 is less than -5? Yes. Write this down. Okay, Blaine, tell me how to solve this. What am I going to do?
Oh.
Well, it's gonna have to be a negative number.
So what do I do to get x by itself?
You divide 5 on each side.
Divide by what?
5. Negative 5.
-5 to both sides. 45 divided by -9 is this. Is this a correct statement? No. Let's see why. Let's prove why. What's a number smaller than -8?
7.
About 0? Or no, smaller than, so -10?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Smaller than -9, so what is it? Well, I'm going to go with -10.
Why couldn't it be like negative?
It could be, but I just like 10. Okay. What's -5 times -10?
Negative 50. Or 50.
Positive 50. Is 50 less than 45?
No.
No. So what do I need to do here?
Negative 5.
I need to change the sign. Alright, somehow I can do that. I don't want to do that. Okay, so this is wrong. I need to change the sign. Is this a true statement? Let's pick a number bigger than -9. Let's go with -5. What's -5 times -5?
25.
25. Positive. Is 25 less than 45?
Yes.
Yes, it is. So x has to be greater than what?
Negative 9.
-9. Write this problem down. 7c is less than or equal to 40. So I divide both sides by 7. This is going to c on one side, 40 divided by 7. Okay, I'm going to make that 5 and 5/7. Because how many times is 7 going to 40?
35.
5 times. Alright, with 5 left over. Do I change the sign or leave it? Someone raise your hand and tell me.
Change it.
Pa?
Change.
Okay. Let's see if you're right. What's a number less than 5 and 5/7?
3.
4.
3. Let's go with 3. Okay, he said 3. Pa, what's 7 times 3?
21. 3, 6.
Oh, wait, hold on. I did that wrong. Okay, you said change it, right? Okay, so we need to go this. Alright? Okay, so pick a number bigger than 5 and 5/7. How about 6?
6, yes.
Okay,
How about 9?
what's 7? Or we could go 9. What's 7 times 6?
42.
Is 42 less than or equal to 40?
No.
No.
No. So I should have kept the sign, huh? Yeah, that's why I had to change it, because we started to go it this way and it would become right, and I realized that. Okay. Did I divide by a negative number? No, I did not. So do I change my sign? No. Only if I divide by a negative number, okay?
So what?
Let's do this problem. b divided by -8 is greater than or equal to -6. So I times by -8 to get rid of it. -8 times -6 is 48. What happens to my sign? Keep it or change it? Change it. I am multiplying by a negative number. Right? So I have to change my sign. If I did not change my sign, would this be true? No. Alright, so now variable's on the left, so can I use the arrow?
Yeah.
Yes, the variable's on the left, so I can use the arrow. It's a closed circle because it includes 48. Going to the left. Write this problem. I divide both sides by -2. I have to change the sign because I divided by a negative number. I'm gonna make this 3 1/2. And there we go.
So 3 and 1, 2.
1/2 is less than or equal to f. Or less than
But
f,
how?
sorry.
How did we get like 3 and 1/2?
Well, Pile, I took 7 divided by 2. How many times is 2 going to 7? 3 times, which is 6, right? How much do I have left over?
1.
Right?
Okay.
And I changed my sign because I divided by a negative number, right?
Okay.
Okay. Last problem.
Did you know it's still recording?
Yes. I divide both sides by 2. So I want Emery to tell me what I have. What do I have here? What is -2 divided by 2? What is my sign? Do I keep it or do I change it?
No, change it.
Okay, she says change it. Let's check it. What's a number? It'd be smaller than -1.
-2.
-2. So I take 2 times -2, which is -4. Is -2 less than -4? No. So should I have changed it? Was I dividing by a negative number? Emery, was the 2 I divided by, was that a negative? No, this was positive the entire time, right? Okay, does it matter what number this is? Does it matter if this is negative or positive?
No.
Does it change? Does this number affect my sign?
Yes.
No.
No.
It's the number I'm dividing by, right?
Yeah.
Is this number a negative?
No.
So why would I change my sign? Okay, this is your answer.
Okay.
You only change the sign if you're dividing or multiplying by a negative number. You were not doing that, so we do not change it. Assignment?
I wasn't done.